day of fishing. California Delta, second time on the Delta this year. Just launched in Tyler Park Marina. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Air temp's about 41 degrees, but it's gonna warm up to maybe 70 by 2 o'clock. Water temp is 51.6, so water's still cold, but you know, it is early March. Yesterday I fished the Delta for the first time this year. The only solid pattern I could find was fish were on wood, pretty shallow, and they wanted a squarebill. Yeah, today's video is just a day of fishing. Just take you guys along for the ride, show you what works, what doesn't work, and hopefully we have a decent day today. So hope you guys enjoy the video, and we'll see what we can put together. On my way to my first spot and watching a little kayak bass live. A little shout out to Wes. I may not tune in for the live stream, but I definitely watch it later on. So I'm about a mile from the launch now, and I made a costly mistake. I forgot water. I don't have any water, and I don't want to go all the way back to the launch just to get some water, but I know from experience a day without water and getting dehydrated is no fun. And I'm looking right now on my map to see if there's any like marinas nearby. You know, there's a few houses, but yeah, I mean, I can't go today without water, so this is unfortunate, but I have to head back. Alrighty, let's try this again. A 30-minute run, but I'm so behind schedule now, and I want to take advantage of this potential morning bite, especially with low light conditions. So I'm just gonna fish what's in front of me. I never really know though on the Delta. They could really be anywhere. Fishing history here is probably one of the worst things you can do, because that's exactly where I wanted to go. It was a place that I've caught them before, but that was like back in September, so I'm not stressing on it too much by not being there right now. Subtle bite. Smash right there. Ooh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man, he fought a lot harder than that. His actual size. Man, he was shallow too. First chunk of the day. He came pretty shallow. You know, he swiped at it. He didn't even get it in his mouth. It's definitely a good sign though. When their tail starts curling like that, you know they're going to be tough to measure. Oh, jeez. Alright, he wants to get back in the water. That's a bass, right? That's a good bass. It's a head shaker. Oh yeah, Delta chunk. Man, that's a pre-spawn fish right there. Yeah, I guess squarebill's still the deal. That's a nice one right there. Decent one too. Well, it's been about 4.5 hours and got 2 in the boat, lost a good one. Again, it's the squarebill today. Little KVD 1.5. A lot of my bites have been right up against the reeds, and that's in like less than a foot. 2 in the boat. It would be nice to get a limit today, so we shall see what happens. I don't know if you can see it. It's about the size we've been catching. Okay, so they are shallow. It's like a 6-pounder right there. That might be a 7 or an 8-pounder actually. Oh my gosh. Let's try jerkbait. There are so many fish. I just saw like another 4-pounder. Oh gosh. Look at that one. Look at that one cruising. We're about to go old school. Old school. I can't get bit on the crank anymore. Nothing on the chatterbait, nothing on the dropshot, nothing on the jerkbait. So we're going just with a wacky rigged weightless senko. My favorite color, watermelon black flake. Before we go back to the crankbait, that's the old staple in March on the Delta. It's a red Rattletrap. That's a 10-pounder right there. Oh my god. Drag was way too loose there. But keeper number 3. For today, it's about 2:30 and I've got to get off the water and do a few things. It was a tough day. I mean, I got 3 fish in the boat. I saw a bunch of big ones and you know, I just couldn't get them to bite. It was frustrating because I tried a ton of baits today. I mean, if you look right there, I threw everything at these fish because I knew where they were. I knew they were shallow. They were less than a foot, and you know, it was just frustrating throwing those different baits and then going over the area and then I'd see a fish there, especially some of the fish I saw. I mean, I definitely saw a handful of 3s and 4s. I saw one that was like 6 or 7, and then I saw one that just warped the 6 or 7. So I'm thinking that one was probably a 10 at least. I mean, this thing was just a massive fish, but you know, they're moving shallow. Today, I only could get bit on the squarebill, and it was tough to fish the squarebill because it was so shallow. I was getting hung up a lot. All my bites were reaction bites. I think it was when I was ripping it through the grass, almost like a Rattletrap. They hit it right as soon as I rip it through the grass, and I would see these fish like up shallow when I was looking. These fish were weaving in and out of that grass, so I think you know, they weren't in a mood to bite, but you know, the ones I did get to bite were more reaction strikes. It's an exciting time of year. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get back on the Delta till I'm back from Kentucky Lake, and that'll be the end of March, which might be a good thing, but you know, based on what I saw today in some of these areas, I wouldn't doubt that these fish are going to move up on beds in the next few weeks. We'll see how the fishing is here as it you know, as the season progresses, but my next time on the water will be in Kentucky Lake, so I'm looking forward to that. I will try to keep you guys up to date as far as the video schedule and stuff like that, but as always, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.